Hey, what is up guys, it's Twister GA, and today we've got some Spyro the Dragon videos, or Nostalgia series. And if you don't know, Nostalgia series is basically where I go back and I play the old games that I used to play on the PS1. Well, for now we're gonna do the PS1, and then later we'll play the PS2 games. But these are basically the old games I played a lot during my childhood, and we've gone through 4 games, I think. So, like I just recently restarted the Nostalgia series, so you guys will get to watch all the good games I played. And here, I still remembered my the old password. Well, I don't know, not much of a password, just the old little secret thing. I don't know where I learned that from, if it was from online or something. But yeah, originally I was recording the audio, or at least my talking, through when I was playing the game, because that's how I normally do Nostalgia series. I play the game at the same time as I'm recording my voice, so you guys can hear my thoughts as I'm playing. But for some reason my Audacity recorded, I accidentally set it to record to a different mic that I have like really far away from me, so you could barely hear my voice. You could hear all background noises, but you couldn't hear my voice. So this time I'm actually using my mic while not playing. I'm actually not playing at the same time I'm talking over the gameplay. There we go. So let's see if I remember correctly, I started talking about so my history with Spyro the Dragon, because originally I played Ripto's Rage first. I actually, when I was at Walmart, I think I was at Walmart with my mom, and I saw the Ripto's Rage Spyro game on one of those clearance sale bins that they have on Walmart, and it was a PS1 game. At the time the PS2 was already out, and I didn't know there was a PS2 out. I had just gotten the PS1. So I decided I wanted to get it because there was a cool dragon on the cover, and there was like fire all over behind him and stuff, and I was like, damn, this game looks cool. So I picked up Spyro's Ripto's Rage and I beat it, loved it. I played, I don't know how many times I beat that game. I must have beat that game like 20 times or something. I played the game a crap load, or a shit ton. And so after beating Spyro's Ripto's Rage, I ended up getting Spyro, was it Year of the Dragon? Yeah, I think that's what it's called, the third one, Year of the Dragon, and I beat that one just as much as I beat Spyro's Ripto's Rage. And so I beat that game a bunch, and then I ended up getting a PS2, and then I actually found out, I think it was online through the internet, there was actually a Spyro the Dragon, because I didn't know that Spyro the Dragon existed. So I ended up going, I'm like, holy crap, there's a Spyro the Dragon, and I ended up going back and playing Spyro the Dragon, and well, while it wasn't as good as Spyro's Ripto's Rage or Spyro Year of the Dragon, because for me it was a step backwards, because a lot of the cool stuff, a lot of the cool features in Spyro were gone, like the ability to, just a bunch of the abilities, like the Super Flame Breath, the Super Run, I think those are still here. They're just not as, they don't occur as often, and they just don't occur as much through the levels, I think. And there was just a bunch of other cool abilities that you had. I remember in Spyro Year of the Dragon, you had to fight another flying dragon through the air, and with the flying superpower, and you just didn't have that in this game as much. So I also thought the boss designs weren't as fun or as cool as the other ones, and honestly the level designs weren't my favorite on this game as much. But I mean, it was the first game, so I gotta give it some leniency, because it was the first game, and I was a way older when I played Spyro the Dragon than when I played Spyro Ripto's Rage and Spyro Year of the Dragon. So I think I didn't have as much nostalgia with this game as I do with the other games, but I still wanted to play this game because I still beat this game, even though I didn't like it as much. I still beat it maybe like 3 or 4 times. So it's not like I hated the game. I really actually did like it. Just compared to the other Spyro games, it wasn't as good, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna go ahead and check, because I forgot how to check. So I still needed 80 more gems, and I've fallen. I've died so many times falling in like that. The horror. Yeah. So I think those are my thoughts mostly on Spyro there we go, the Dragon. And honestly, I only think the first 3 games I count as real Spyro games. Mostly because they're the ones that are most connected, the first, second, and third one. And then they started doing Spyro Other Dragons on the PS2, where they went a completely different route. I think they had a completely different storyline on Spyro. I played the other Spyro games on the PS2. And I don't think I think they were more of adventure games. They weren't like this game where you go walk through portals and stuff to get to a different world. They were different. They felt like just another action game with Spyro in it. They were still fun. Don't get me wrong. They were still fun Spyro games, but they weren't anywhere near as good as this Spyro. So I don't really count him as much as Spyro games, just because I think in that one you also meet Sparks in a different way. In this one you meet Sparks for the first time in this game, and Spyro this game, and on the other one you meet him again for the first time. So I was like, oh, I don't really count that as a Spyro game, but whatever. I think it's just because I was older and I already played the other 3 Spyro games multiple times, and then I got this new Spyro game and I was like, oh, I guess I'll play it. I'll check it out because it's Spyro. And I don't know, the games were still very fun. The newer Spyro games were still fun, but I don't think they were anywhere near as good as this Spyro. One of the things I like a lot about the original Spyro is just that the whole traveling through portals thing. I find that really cool, because, well, I mean, I wish a lot of games, or I wish there was another game that did it like this, because I like how you can just travel to a completely different area that you're in. So in this area I'm in I don't know, some plains. It feels like, yeah, just plains, and then I can walk out of this world and then step into the other world, which is which would be like a Spain type feeling, which there's bulls there. The area just feels more like Spain or things like that. And I like how I can just walk from one portal to the other and I'm in a completely different world with completely different characters and settings, and even the music's completely different. So I like how they do that in this game. I mean, it doesn't flow naturally, I guess, because a lot of games now wanna have their like areas flow naturally, like Dark Souls, where you walk, you're in a like Sen's Fortress, which is a huge fortress with like just a huge castle basically, and then you walk out of that and you're in just the areas with woods, and it all feels natural and it's cool. But I also enjoyed the Spyro things where it didn't flow as naturally. It was just it didn't have to fit the lore, it didn't have to fit anything like that. It was just a completely different area. A lot of games are restrained by their lore. They can only be in this certain medieval area, right? But with Spyro, it didn't have any of that. You could just flow into, I mean, you could just go to a completely different area. One area, like I said, you're in this plains, and the next area you're in a completely different area. So I like that a lot about Spyro. There's completely different areas all the time. They doesn't seem like they ever ran out of imagination when creating worlds in Spyro game, and I just enjoyed that a lot. Just different adventures every single portal, and trying to find out every time you went into a new portal, you're like, oh, I wonder what this is gonna be. This will be really cool. But I don't know if there's any new Spyro games that do that. I think they stopped doing cool Spyro games. I think the last ones were Skylanders. I think that's what they're called. And I'm not sure if those are actually like Spyro-like games, so I don't know. But I'm sad that there's no more Spyro games like this. I don't think there are. Maybe there are. If you guys know if there are Spyro games like this, definitely tell me down in the comments. But right now I'm looking for the last 8 pesky gems, which are the hardest part about Spyro is it's collecting all 200, or at least in this area 200 gems. It's always those last gems that are really, really hard to find. So I'm just gonna go around looking for the gems, because I want to make sure that I complete every area. When I played, sorry, I'm getting a little bit sick and I'm tired right now. I think I'm getting a cold since my whole family had it. Now it seems like I'm starting to get it, which sucks, but oh well. So here I accidentally stepped on it. So I'm actually, one of the things about this game that I noticed is I actually get kind of dizzy while playing it. So I got this game originally for I'm playing on the PC right here, but I was playing it on the PS3 because I bought it for the PS3 also. And I ended up getting really dizzy after playing maybe like 2 hours, maybe 2 hours. And I would just have to quit because I started getting dizzy from the camera being all weird. For me, it feels a little bit weird. So I started getting dizzy from it, but maybe it's just because I'm old now. I don't know, sometimes I get really dizzy with FPSs also. Like, I used to be able to play Call of Duty for hours and hours without feeling bad. Now I can play for like an hour and then I start feeling dizzy. And with Spyro, the same thing, at least with this game. I'm not sure if the other ones have the same camera issues as this one, but I don't know, I just got dizzy while playing this game. Even just rewatching the videos making me dizzy. I don't know why. I don't know. Games just make me dizzy sometimes. I I have trouble with some games, a lot of games actually, that make me really dizzy. That's why I like playing just standard games, where it's just games that force you down one path, because the camera really doesn't move much. You just go forward. I enjoy those games because they don't make me as dizzy. Now I'm just looking for the last two. I know I saw these ones across the area. You could see the little sparks going off. So I was able to finally get those 200 for 200. Now I can feel satisfied having completed the level. But this video is coming to an end. It was pretty short. I just wanted to complete one level to show you guys and talk about a little bit of my nostalgia with this game. And I always like the ending part, seeing all those treasures come out. So that's it for this Spyro the Dragon. Yeah, I think. And hopefully you guys liked it. I'll be uploading a podcast this Saturday, so you guys can look out for that. Anyway, I'll be putting up another nostalgia sometime this next Wednesday. So hopefully you guys liked this video. And yeah, hopefully you subscribe if you liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.